Yo, what is up, everybody? It's me, Don Weeb, here, back with part 14 for What If Naruto Was a Demigod. You guys have been looking forward to this, as well as part 15, 16, and 17 will be airing as well for the 2K special. I'll be airing those in several different hour time lapses, and I might be spacing them out just by a day because I'll be posting a ton of videos for the 2K sub special, and I'll also be trying to finish some of the older What Ifs in the next few weeks. So thank you guys so much. I've had these scripts finally written, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just get into it. And yeah, so thanks again for everything. We hit 2,000 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment down below any more suggestions, and thanks again. So let's make it to 5K as our next goal, with the overall goal trying to hit 10K subs before July. So let's do it, weebs. I know we can do it. Let's get there. And let's get right into the part. Thank you guys so much. As Naruto, Jiraiya begin to head back towards the Leaf Village after their long 3 years journey across the countryside and running into many different adventures, Naruto has grown taller. He looks more mature now, and his power has risen equally. No one in the village would know after all he's gone through, after battling the Queen of the Gods, as well as traveling through the labyrinth and fighting Daedalus. Naruto, who's spent the last 3 years of his life training and learning Sage Mode, as well as new arts for his own eye technique, as well as for his powers in general, including his scythe, Naruto has finally returned to the Leaf Village. As Naruto and Jiraiya walk through the Great Gates, the two Chunin who are standing there look up and see Naruto, and a smile grows on their faces as they see their most powerful genin at the time, from what they might believe. As Naruto and Jiraiya walk into the town, Naruto stretches his arms out and then jumps to the top of one of the smokestacks of the Leaf Village. As he looks up, he then stretches his arms out as his wide, dark, black and blue billowing cloak goes around him. "Ah, it's good to be home," Naruto says. Naruto's voice has deepened over time, as well as his maturity in general. So his hair has grown out longer, and he looks to me more like Minato every day. As down below we can see, Sakura intercepts Jiraiya and is excited to see that Naruto has finally returned. As Naruto is returned to the Leaf Village, Naruto then hops back down as they head towards the Lady Hokage's office to report their training. As Naruto walks into the office, Tsunade is pleasantly surprised and also wondering who this person could be, as she looks into the strong jawline of Naruto, who looks down and says, hello, Granny." Tsunade realizes who this is and then asks if he's Naruto. Naruto smiles and looks at him with his whiskers now going up on his cheeks. "Yep, that's me, Naruto Uzumaki. I'm gonna become the next Hokage of the Leaf Village, hopefully." Tsunade cracks a smile and then looks at Naruto as Jiraiya walks into the door. As Jiraiya walks in, Sakura as well comes in too, and Shikamaru is beginning to come around with his own errands and papers for the Hokage. As she then asks Jiraiya how the training went, and Jiraiya said that it had been pretty eventful, more than he had planned anyway, but Naruto's gotten far stronger, as well as learning some special jutsu that no one else in the village besides him could use. He was referring to his Sage Mode. As Naruto now gets ready to see what Lady Tsunade has in order for him, Kakashi starts coming by as she calls in Kakashi to be the one to fight Naruto and Sakura in order to retrain, as well as see if they can pass the bell test. Naruto's excited and smiles as it's his second chance, and this time he's going to pass the bell test for sure. Kakashi has no idea what he's in for as Naruto and Sakura prepare for battle. Naruto pulls up his black hood and with light electric-like blue patterns and clouds moving over it. It seems to be completely different than what he had been wearing before, and Sakura is kind of impressed. She blushes and is feeling kind of mixed up about Naruto, as he seems completely different than he had a few years ago. Naruto pulls his scythe out, and as he gets ready, he then begins to activate it. Sakura is surprised when she sees it. It looks completely different now. For some reason, the scythe itself had seemed to grow with Naruto. Now the previously golden and shining, silver, smaller scythe that would fit into a child's hand has now grown to be longer, similar to that of Aragorn from Fairy Tales. If you know who I'm talking about, scythe, I'll put it on screen. And and it seems to be around that size, completely made of a black, cold, dark blue metal, as it slants and curves around his shoulder. Naruto turns and looks at Sakura with his steely blue-eyed gaze. He tells Sakura that she better take this seriously as well, so they can finally pass and show Kakashi they're ready to take back Sasuke. As Naruto begins to walk into the battle, Naruto clenches his fist on his left side, causing storm clouds to rise over the Leaf Village. Kakashi hears this and then is ready for a fight. Kakashi quickly activates his Sharingan as he's not planning on going easy on Naruto. Naruto immediately activates his Eagle Eye, as he's been training with it to try and regain that power. He's been unsuccessful so far, but his Eagle Eye has actually matured into the point where it's become clear for him to see for many, many long distances. Naruto suddenly teleports as electricity crackles along the forest. Suddenly, Kakashi hears a faint buzzing behind as he turns and sees a blue light emanating over the tree. Naruto's standing there and is pointing at him and then smiles and does a small wave. Kakashi's eyes widen as Naruto suddenly appears and punches Kakashi. Kakashi gags as blood soaks the top of his mask as Kakashi goes flying through a tree, making a loud crash through the forest. Dang, Naruto says as he missed. I'd been aiming for a more deadly spot, as Naruto had been trying to knock Kakashi out in one blow. Kakashi decides he has to take this more seriously and activates his Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto and Sakura then jump into battle as Sakura tries to use her freakish strength to punch the ground, causing a crater to open. At this point, Naruto takes advantage of this and forms 3 lightning clones, sending them all into the forest to hunt Kakashi. Kakashi in this timeline is on the run, as Naruto is far stronger than him, and he hasn't even used his most powerful jutsu yet. He then asks Kakashi through the clones as they yell through the forest if he wants him to go all out. Kakashi shouts yes, and Naruto replies again asking, "Do you want the same rules to apply as before, Kakashi-sensei, as if we're trying to kill you?" Kakashi thinks about this for a second and then cautiously says, "Yes." Suddenly, Naruto smiles as he stands perfectly still. The thunderclouds parted for a small second as a sunbeam begins to pour down on top of Naruto. Naruto feels the power well within him as nature energy flows throughout his entire body. Bam. Suddenly, Sage Jutsu begins to fill his body as the familiar scales of the dragon begin to emanate around random parts of his body. Naruto suddenly feels an increase in his chakra, and then he says, "Sakura, watch this." At that point, Naruto uses one of his most powerful jutsu. He places both of his hands forward and creates a seal where he clasps all of his fingers in with each other, leaving his 2 pointer fingers pointing outward towards the forest. At that point, he then rips his hand up towards the sky, points upwards, and summons it. Using the thunderclouds he summons a pure bolt of lightning, and with the hand seal he has, he redirects the lightning towards the forest. Energy bolt, lightning style. Wrath of the Thunder God. At that point, he then clasps his hands and squeezes them, pushing chakra through it. The lightning, which is usually cracked and curved and doesn't seem to be straight, forms and bends to his will, creating it into a straight line, as he then slashes through the forest, causing every single tree that he points at to become vaporized as it falls to the ground. A field appears within the forest head, and Kakashi falls to the ground as he sees Naruto standing there in his sage mode. Naruto walks over to Kakashi with all 3 lightning clones behind him, holding their own lightning armors activated on them, as well as they have kunai out. Kakashi holds his hands up and says that he's probably lost this, and at that point he teleports as a substitution jutsu is completely exploded. He then comes out of nowhere using the Mangekyo Sharingan on the 3 lightning clones, making them disappear, using Kamui. Naruto quickly turns and then uses his Sage Art, as he pretends to throw a punch. This punch actually has a ton of wind energy nature release chakra put into it, and at that point a burst of air pushes into Kakashi, shoving him into Sakura. "Do it now." Sakura then takes her fist and clotheslines Kakashi, and she hits him from the back, causing him to gag up spit as he is completely knocked out. Naruto calmly walks over and picks up one of the bells. Sakura does the same, and then he grips his bell, looking down at Kakashi-sensei and helping him up. "Sorry about that, Kakashi, but I had to see how strong I was compared to you now." Kakashi smiles and wearily says that he's impressed with his power and strength. Naruto nods and thanks him, telling him that he's been training hard and he's going to reclaim Sasuke. Kakashi reports back to Tsunade and tells him that they both passed the bell test, and it was especially impressive Naruto, and that he's been able to figure out how to change lightning release in order to stream the chakra, even so that he can alter actual lightning. Tsunade is impressed with Naruto's strength and speed, and Sakura is even more impressed with Naruto now too. Now, at this point is when we would be getting Naruto beginning to get a little bit impatient. Naruto would look over to Tsunade and ask when he and Sakura, as well as Team 7, will be able to head out and save Sasuke. He's going to reclaim him and bring him back to the Leaf Village no matter what. Tsunade sighs and then tells Naruto that even if Sasuke wanted to come back, then it's been extremely hard to follow them, as Orochimaru and his men have been moving all over every place in order to find new hiding spots from the Leaf Village, knowing full well that Naruto will be coming after them someday. Naruto squeezes a fist and then decides he'll take a rest for the day. Naruto begins walking back through the rain and decides to stop raining on the village. He raises his hand to the sky and then he forms the hand seal for Toe. At that point, then the clouds begin to ease up as they then head away from the Leaf Village, causing the sun to shine again. Naruto heads back to his house and opens the door. Dust is everywhere, and he quickly uses his wind release to clean it up. As he lays down on his bed, his feet hang over the edge, and Naruto realizes that it's been 3 years. 3 years since he's been back home. He looks towards all his posters, as well as the picture of him, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi that they first took when they were originally named Team 7. Naruto has a faint smile as his eyes twinkle a dark blue and bright blue light, seemingly like electricity in the night sky. Naruto closes his eyes as he has a sweet dream about him as a bird flying freely. Naruto awakens the next day and is urgently awakened by Shikamaru as he is told that Lady Tsunade has commanded that he come to her at once. Naruto's reports to the office immediately as he and Sakura and Kakashi are there. She then explains that they've gotten a message that something has happened in the Sand Village. We go back a few days from this story at this point, where we see Deidara as well as Sasori as they begin to head towards the Sand Village. Deidara uses his clay and forms his explosions as he flies over the Sand Village and begins to cause havoc. As they captured the Sand Kazekage, they then leave the Sand Village. Suddenly, after the Akatsuki have left, a notice was sent towards to the Leaf Village for assistance, as well as notifying of Gaara's being taken. Naruto pounds his fist on the desk, causing a small crack on the wood, as his arm is tensed up and his muscles look completely bulging. He looks back towards Kakashi and Sakura and asks if he can take the mission. They all agree and said they were going to anyway, and Naruto smiles, saying that he's got a perfect way to deal with this. At that point now, Naruto looks back to Tsunade and thanks her and says that they should be heading out now if they want to save him. Tsunade explains that the Sand Village is a 3 days trip from here. Naruto looks at her and tells her that with him there, it'll be cut in half. They can make it there in 1.5 days. Tsunade is interested in this as Naruto then proceeds to walk outside. Kakashi and Sakura are also curious as to what Naruto is about to do, and now Naruto begins to charge all of his wind release. He sits on the ground and begins using that same pattern from the original, where he begins to gather nature energy, a lot of it. Suddenly, Naruto begins to form many hand seals. His hands seem to be blurring throughout the entire middle section of his body, as he then suddenly stops and seems to be doing a summoning as he pushes his hand on the ground. Ninjutsu style, Cloud Release. Naruto uses Cloud Release, a special jutsu that he himself had created in the last year before when him and Jiraiya had been training, directly after his confrontation with Hera and reclaiming his godly powers. He summons a cloud, a pure white puffy cloud, and he tells Kakashi and Sakura to hop on. Both of them are terrified as well as interested in what this jutsu is, and Naruto tells them to hurry up. As they hop on, he then proceeds to jump on his cloud himself, as they then begin to float upwards, moving at faster speeds than they would if they had to walk or run through the forest. Naruto quickly creates a shadow clone, and then tells it to be gathering nature energy up there so they can continue to maintain the cloud and use it to move. Kakashi asks what this jutsu is, and Naruto explains that him and Jiraiya had to travel around a lot when they were moving during the 3 years, especially near the end when they were moving from village to village to gather supplies. Naruto developed this jutsu using lightning and wind style. He can summon clouds using the water style and pull it down from the atmosphere. However, in order to continue to use that nature energy, which we're sitting on top of, we need to be constantly charging nature energy into it so that way it can continue to move and follow our will. If I didn't have that shadow clone there gathering nature energy in Sage mode, then the cloud would disperse and we wouldn't have anything to sit on, we'd just be on the ground. Naruto then, as they continue to move forward, Kakashi realizes that they're actually moving at quite a fast pace, and is truly impressed with Naruto, asking if he has created any other jutsus while he was gone. Naruto turns around and smiles a devilish and wily smile and says that he'll just have to watch and find out himself. As they begin to head towards the Sand Village, Naruto has no idea what's awaiting him as he and Sakura and Kakashi prepare for their first battle against the Akatsuki. You guys are already going to get a part 15 for this because of the 2K subs, so hope you guys are ready for that. Make sure to hit the like button on this though to support the video, as well as to get me higher in the algorithm so people can see the video. And make sure to subscribe and comment on this video if you have anything you'd like to say. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later in the next video that'll be coming out. Bye.